So this is the Nacon Revolution Pro Controller 2. The name is a bit long to be referred to throughout the whole thing, and I don't think I want to just call it the controller. I think we should give it a name. So we'll refer to the controller as Red. So Red here is an asymmetric style layout controller, or commonly referred to as an Xbox style layout controller. Now Red has two customizable 46-degree amplitude joysticks, 4 remappable back buttons right here that either can be remapped manually or with the software, 3 different mode variations to switch between, a profile button, LED light indicator, 3.5mm headphone jack, 2 vibration motors, 2 weight chambers, trigger and shoulder buttons, as well as a 4 or 8-way D-pad. Now, there is a 3-meter long USB Type-C braided cable that comes with Red in the box. To have a soft touch to it, Red actually has 3 different weight variants to increase its load. Each variant comes in 2s, so you have the 10 grams, 14 grams, and the 17 grams. Now, for the functions, Red has a software created by Nacon to allow you to fully customize the controller. Remapping the back buttons, changing, tweakings of the sensitivities, the intensities, as well as the brightness, and also the nice little blinking or pulsing of the LED ring. Everything perplex or complex is actually done on the software and is brought to life through the back here. Now Red has 3 different modes, right? The all blue Halo mode, or mode 1, is also known as a PS4 control mode. The Red Halo, however, mode 2 is the PS4 advanced mode, and it requires you to plug Red into a PC or laptop in order to access its extra modifications and customizations. You can switch between 4 different profiles or customize your own profile, so do make use of the 4 profiles wisely. The responsiveness of the joystick and sensitivity of both trigger buttons can be tweaked to suit your every need. Since a different type of game requires a different kind of tweaking, the 4 profiles should work just fine, and just make sure that you have it all checked and set properly before uploading the profiles into the controller. To make it a little more versatile, you can actually customize the controller fully, so every button is basically customizable. Either you want your touchpad on your back button, or you want to switch the positions of your X and circle button. It's all doable through the software. Changing the D-pad from a 4-way to a 8-way or vice versa. And to add a little nice vibration intensity, you can adjust the vibration motors on both the left and right hand grips according to your own liking. So either you can have it to be intensely vibrating or just the right vibration. It's all you. The Halo ring also has adjustments to it. The brightness of the ring can be altered to suit the environment that you're in. So a well-lit room and a fully bright Halo ring would do just fine, but just make sure you don't have a fully lit Halo ring in a dark environment, because you don't want that. The Halo ring can also pulsate, so either you want it to blink slowly, you want it to blink fast, or you just want it to stay stationary. It's all doable and customizable through the software itself. Now the third mode, PC mode, colors the Halo ring in purple. And well, PC mode is kind of really self-explanatory, so I don't think I need to dive deeply on that one. Now, the pros. The software that you use to customize Red and modify everything there is in the controller is actually easy to use. Everything is labeled properly, so you know what you're changing, you know what you're tweaking, you know what settings you're messing with the controller. The 4 remappable back buttons can be done either manually or with the software. Now, to do it manually is to press the profile button until the ring pulses, and then just select the desired back button to remap. Continue doing for all 4. And once done, just press onto the profile button again until it stops blinking. However, this can only be done with mode 1. So in mode 2, you're not able to manually remap the back buttons. You'll need to hook it back up to the software to change it properly. So the main thing, or the more important thing, is to make sure when you're setting up the controller with the software, have everything set properly. So you have 4 profiles, make use of them, set them properly nicely so that when you're playing, you don't have to suddenly unplug the controller, hook it up to a PC, retweak the settings, and just get back to the console. So it's the reason for 4 profiles, right? The 3-meter long cable is a good length. It comes in a good length. That long enough for a proper positioning, and the Velcro strap provided on the cable itself is also good enough for you to tie up any unwanted lengths for a nice cable management and a cleaner setup. The weights are an extra for those who wish to have a heavier controller, but that is based off more preference. You also have a chamber key that comes in the box, which allows you to unlock the chamber, pull out the weights, insert the wanted weights, put it back in, and lock it back into position. Although this is doable by any small screwdrivers or ear picking item like this, but the key is what makes it different, right? Like, literally comes with the controller, so it's what makes it perfect. So try not to lose that. And the controller is a matte finish, right? So the front is matte red for mine and matte black. It's not fingerprint prone, so just know that your controller will be clean even after hours and hours of playing, unless you have oily fingers. So just don't eat and play. Don't do that. So the cons to this controller. Well, you do need to access the software in order to fully customize and modify the controller, so a PC is required. But if in any given case you don't have an access to one, then Mode 2 won't really help you much unless the preloaded 4 profiles that are in the controller meet your requirements, then that would be fine. But to fully make this truly yours, you have to hook it up to the software and customize the stuffs all to your own liking. Each profile suits a different environment, suits a different situation, so you might want to do that. The back buttons, M1 and M2, here, might be hard to reach for some, so it's going to take some time for those who just switch from stock controllers to a Pro controller, especially to this one. Or for those who are using 4 back buttons instead of just 2, it's going to be something that's going to take some time for you to get used to, because it's right at the back of the controller. Right, the 3 and 4s are on the side. I use only the 3 and 4s, so the ones on the side, no issues for me. The shoulder buttons and trigger buttons are a bit hollow. Like, it doesn't feel as solid as how a stock Sony controller would. So if I don't channel the inner picky, then these hollow buttons are actually fine. One main thing to note is that the controller does not turn on your PS4. You will have to manually turn on your PS4. You cannot just sit at the comfort of your own distance and press the play button, turn your PS4. Although this is hooked up to the PS4 and it's wired, this controller just doesn't do that. So it's one thing to take note of. So we've reached the end of the whole video. Final verdicts, I suppose. Well, red is a complete controller, and on the right side of the thumbstick you have Nacon's logo right there. So yeah. Well, this controller is a birthday gift from my girlfriend, so I'm pretty sure I've stress tested this controller very well before making this video, and it's been my daily controller for like past 4 months or so, so no complaints at all from me. And that is about 121 days without me complaining of a product, which is actually a very good thing. But I would still recommend to head to a physical shop, have a chance to try the controller in person, and if only that's possible. But if not, then probably check out other reviews and, you know, weigh out the whole plus and minus for yourself, and hopefully shed some light to your decision making in buying a controller, or your next step in switching controllers from the stock Sony controllers, right? I suppose that would be all for me. No, wait. There is actually a nice pouch that comes along with the controller and is provided along in the box. This nice pouch has a nice side compartment that allows you to store your additional weights, and also the key chamber on the side. This is how the pouch looks like. It's a bit folded, but yeah. You basically just chuck your controller, your USB cable in together, and you're carrying the entire set of the controller. Weights, key, controller, cable. 4 main things. Only 4 things. All in one sack. On top of that, you also get a very nice cloth with the entire controller name on it. So you can either keep these to wipe off the weights, maybe polish it once in a while, or just use it to clean the controller. But we all know we'll use it to clean specs, phone screens, and whatever not. So that's one extra thing. But yep, that'll be all from me. Looking forward to seeing you all on the next one, and hopefully it won't be as long, but because I have another thing that I was testing on about the same time as the controller, so it should be coming really soon. But you know, that was also a birthday gift, so I have to stress test the whole thing properly and know that since it's a gift, I'm not just gonna spend 1-2 days on the product and then tell you a review. So I'm looking forward to see you on the next one.